Coast Nation, Sanbonan Bafetu. Welcome back to Podcast with me. QP. I hope everyone is good. I hope everyone is doing well. Lapha emakhaya bafethu. Finally, hey, iweather ethu kusixolela kancane bafethu. We are having some of the best days. But either way, we do have something to talk about, especially at Nashorena. Not much though, but it is something that we need to look at and confirm and also get your opinion in terms of it, Makosa Mahle, because it is something that is different compared to what we thought was going to happen. But hey, changes do happen. So this is a good example of certain things changing within or between the club. Now, remember yesterday we talked about players who are going out on loans, and obviously we're waiting for Kaizer just to confirm or to officially announce the news, and they did so today earlier on. But then with those changes being made, remember we had Samuel Ozane, Bontle Molofe, and also Nadine Hlongwane. Those were the three players on the top flight who we knew are going out on loans. But, well, things have changed. Things have changed, Bafetu. It doesn't look like all three players are going away. Obviously, with the two extra, or actually three, because there's another player, but then that player is not going anywhere. Usfiso, I believe Usfiso Timba will remain with us. And then we have all Offense Hosana and also Vikim Kawana. Those are the two other youngsters who will be going out. And then with Ilona, actually they've already went. They are going out. They've already went, but there is the three players who were supposed to go. Unfortunately, Kaizer Chiefs decided to make a change in terms of that. They are saying, okay, with those three players, we're actually going to take away two. There's possibility we might get to see Omchita Oiwan coming to play for us. Even though I do doubt that may be the case, but then him not leaving, it makes you wonder and question, why is he not part of the players that are going out for a loan? Because Bontle Molefe and also Samuel Ozwane, those two players will be headed out. But then with Nadine Hlongwane, it looks like Kaizer Chiefs decided to pull the plug. Now, the official reasons why they decided not to no longer give out Nadine Hlongwane, I honestly don't know whether it is something coming from him, Umfana, the youngster, or it is something coming from the club deciding, you know what, maybe let's just leave him. We might be able to use him going forward. You do need to remember that we do need a striker per coach's request. He said, I need two wingers, I need an attacking midfielder, and also a striker. Yes, there's been a lot of talks in terms of people talking about international strikers. We've been linked with a lot of people. Conan is in striker, so I think I told you about it. About him, the name of that guy, because I honestly don't believe that it's accurate or it is the truth per se, but at the end of the day it is something. So hopefully with the plans and everything moving according to what the club wants, obviously we will be getting a new player. That's what I've been hearing. We might be getting a new player very, very soon. And she's 6-7 days before our next game. So it's Delena. So hopefully Kaizer Chiefs can be able to bring in at least one between the two, between the attacking and the what is this thing? The attacking, the striking department. Even though, remember, we do have Ekotaro home. Obviously, it does look like he tends to be injury prone. We have Flavio Silva, who can play also in that position. But the coach said, I need another striker that is going to be completely different, who's going to be unpredictable, which in this case, I don't know who they are going to bring, but we've been having a good players being suggested merely to the club, which is good. I do not mind all of that. And then with those youngsters moving out, then it gives us the opportunity to say, okay, since those other players are moving or leaving, but then Nadine Hlongwane is remaining, there is a possibility that he might be used in the Betway Premiership, or maybe in one of the games, because as I've mentioned, it does look like Etiosa Egodaro is a player who might be prone to injuries. Possibly, but we will see as the season continues. Flavio Silva and he's been out because of an injury, so definitely this makes a lot of sense why the club decides we might need those kind of players. So yeah, big ups to the coach. he is cooking. Hopefully he gets what he wants. But either way, I know people have been asking me about to lodge. People have been asking me about this and this and that. Well, my answer still remains Wafetu. I'm not getting anything in terms of lodge, but if he is coming, I did actually get something. I'm lying. Tua is going back to training with his club. Yeah, that's what we've been told, but we will see as time goes on. Bafethu, is there anything promising from our side, or there's a possibility of us adding or lodge to the team? Because remember, we only have one foreign spot. People are still confused in terms of that, but we only have one foreign spot which we can be able to add an international player. So adding a player like lodge does have its advantages, but as I've said earlier on, I'm not going to go back in my mind with it, because we all love lodge. I do love lodge myself, but I'm not going to go back on my mind and say, yeah, we need to sign him. For me, I think we should just let him pass and then find a much more younger player. Because come on, I'm still going to say it, and I'm saying it again. It doesn't make sense until we let go for Sereno. People are talking badly about Sereno because obviously he did not give us as much as we expected, but he did help the club a lot more than people would love to care to admit, which is fine. I do understand. Tina, some offenses, you are giving us something. If not, we don't care about you. So with Uloj, no, Sereno, those players are basically the same age, so it doesn't make any sense to me to say we are letting go of Augustin Sereno because of his age. Remember, he did not retire. Gaston Serena has not retired. He's still playing with Devon City with the coach Khaled Ben Youssef. People have been saying he did not want him at Nanshorena, and then now he's leaving Funangapa at Devon City, which I do understand. But at the end of the day, we do not know for sure, because remember, clubs are ran differently. Utate Chiefs, we find at Devon City. It's two different punishment. We don't know what goes on behind closed doors, but either way, it is what it is. So, as I was saying, Gaston Sereno, Temiko Silaj, Angal Bafetu, they are good players, honestly speaking, but let's just look at it in a different sense. For example, starting with Itumeleng Khune, we let go of Itumeleng Khune, and then we sign another goalkeeper who is his age. You see where I'm going? Even though we were interested in signing another goalkeeper who was incredible during his time. Also, by the way, I did get the latest on this player, Anderson Cruz. Do you remember Anderson Cruz, a Pedro de Luanda left back? He's a player whom we thought Kaizer Chiefs are going to sign. Well, definitely they did put out an offer. Unfortunately, club to club, everything was perfect. The player himself insisted he wanted a bit more because he's playing for a big club, so at least in Mali corner, it needed to make sense. And yesterday, or the day before yesterday, moving away from Indabaga Anderson Cruz, going back to Indabaga Lodge, I heard it was Dube, speaking with Robert Marawa. They talked about all of this, but then in terms of your pricing, which according to my understanding, if it doesn't seem like Lodge coming back to South Africa, he would be a player that would be demanding a lot of money, because among calculations, obviously it is a lot, but hey, as in, let's leave it because I feel like now I'm confused myself. Let's quickly jump to the comments before I can close the video. Good day, God bless you, QB my guy. Thank you, Brian Smith. Thank you so much, Mike Maponya. Choose need a striker and a left back. About that left back, like Vuyo Letlapa and an attacking midfielder. About that, left back, it doesn't look like he's just going to sign any, because as much as we currently see that Tina from outside, we look like we do not have a left back. The club themselves and the coach, they agree with it. They do not need to add a left back, especially that position. They feel, or they maintain the fact that despite the players who are all injured, Shinga is injured, it's a left wing back. Kabelong Kwasa was newly promoted, obviously is He even made his first debut. He's currently injured. Pasakamako got injured during training and Jean Weslena Spain. And then also we do have Bradley Cross, who naye Mutemagabuya, he got injured during the training. So 4 players who got injured. And then last but not least, Riff Rosler, who doesn't even play left back, but then he can play, or he's being converted to that position. 5 left backs currently who can be able to play that position, they are out. And the Kaizer Chiefs are saying, no, we do not need to make an addition in terms of that. We are good. We are covered. We are solid. We will get through with the players that we do currently have. Hopefully, that will be the case, because when they start recovering, obviously, we're going to expect most of them to come and play and perform in terms of that position. But then for now, Kaizer Chiefs just forget about them signing or announcing a left back. Just forget anytime soon. And then moving on, Tepiso. Hey, you can't compare Uloch and Sereno. Come on, Tepiso. To look at those 2 players. For me, Yazin, never mind. Let's agree to disagree. It's fine. Let's agree to disagree. Well, a QP, Nadel Tlongwane will be useful. We've already seen he's a good striker. He can play under a lot of pressure. That is true. Nadel Tlongwane is a great player. But then my worry is, what if we don't get to play him and he will be rotting away? At least if Siamdlala on high intensity games or on the Betway Premiership, because going out on a loan, that would have meant, because Nkumbule, this is not the first time they wanted to get him on a loan. He would have been taken to a different club and then Wadlala, but then playing on the same level as what Kaizer Chiefs is playing right now. That would have been great. But either way, let's hope it's going to work out for him in the end. And then Mike Gelson Dala can give Chiefs something if Chiefs decide to sign him. Well, forget about Gelson Dala Bafetu. I think I've said it before. He's someone, I don't know if he's a free agent or what, but I feel like he's someone who it might be expensive, actually. It might be expensive, a lot more expensive than people think, So let's just forget about Gelson Dalabafetu Aigabi. And then we are quick to say a player is old when he's only 30 years old. At that age, he's still young. He can do the best. No, Lodge is not just 30 years old, Bafetu. He's 33 years. Actually, he's turning 34 this year, if I'm not mistaken. So think about that. I do understand, but my worry is Suzom sign. Okay, fine. Let's bring in Lodge some later, and then he gets there, and then he doesn't give us as much, because people are anticipating the same Lodge who used to play back then, Asadlalili Pirates, Asadlalela Elona. Yamana, during that time when he left Sundowns, that's where I thought, okay, this would be the perfect time for us to get Lodge. But unfortunately, Masandawan, obviously, you know how they are. They facilitate where the player goes and where a player needs to be. So ended up not coming to us despite whatever that transpired. So at the end of the day, we sign Lodge and then he doesn't give us what we are hoping for. What are you guys going to say? Because you guys are the ones right now saying we need to bring in Otemgosi Lodge. But then if he gets there and he doesn't perform, you guys will be the first ones to say, Lodge, he's old, in. So for me, I feel like we should just save ourselves, find a player who's going to start. So as which maybe we can give that player 2 to 3 years, and then he will start, understand, join the team, and then also Tumasega Mnande or wherever he's coming from, he might be good already. He just need to find himself. Look at Tulanga Lelepili. He's a young player. You understand? He's a young player, and then he's finding himself. Even though he's a great player, but he's still finding himself in a club like Kaizer Chiefs. So that is something that you guys need to look at, or that's how I'm looking at it from my perspective. But either way, hey, Asaz, we will see. Makosa Mahle. I'm not saying it's not gonna happen, but so far, what I've been told or what I've gotten is the fact that he's going back to training. So we'll see. And then bro, you can't be calling our brother who's this Emperor. Learn to argue well with people. Tepi. So thank you so much, Emperor, That is true. That is true. You can't be calling people ngalelo gama. But then at the end of the day, thank you so much, Emperor. I think I do understand where Tepiso is coming from. Do you know the anger and frustration that comes with KZ's fans? This is what they mean when they say you should ignore the media side of space, because if not, it's gonna bring you down. And hopefully, I'm just prone to negativity. But then at the end of the day, I try to push it away. Either way, buffet too. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys are satisfied. I've given you much as I possibly can. Please don't forget to like the video. Hopefully links on more later on with new announcements. But hey, Linda by Yagalach. For me, I don't know. But I am getting the fact that very soon we might be getting an announcement of a new player coming into the club. Well, this is it. Thank you so much. I will see you later on. Peace.